Hello and welcome to my little corner of the internet. I have been calling myself Scandicrafts, but I am considering changing the name, so let's see. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what I have been finishing knitting and crocheting, what I'm currently working on. It's Christmas coming up, so I'll be talking a little bit about that. And yeah, let's just hop right in. A little side note to begin, I have upgraded to a camera and a ring light. I realized that if I don't get a light, I won't be able to film during winter, pretty much. It's basically pitch black at 4 p.m. So if I want to film, I need it to be sunny and I need it to be early in the day. It just didn't happen. Let's hope this works well. So let's get right into it. What have I finished since we last talked? The thing is, I can't show you. I have focused on getting the last knitted and crocheted Christmas presents done in the past couple of weeks since I last filmed my previous knitting podcast. I'm filming this in the early parts of December, so I just really needed to focus and get it done. So the Christmas presents that I have made are now finished. I only need to wrap them, so that's a big relief. It also means that I actually have nothing to show you that has been finished since we last spoke. That's just what happens sometimes, you know. I'm not gonna push myself to finish something just for the knitting podcast. I do want my, knitting and crochet to be real, to be authentic, to be what I'm actually doing. And I don't think I would enjoy doing this as much if I pushed myself a lot to finish more and more and more. So being authentic, I can tell you I have finished a couple things, but I can't show you what, so I'm sorry about that. So let's just hop right into what I'm currently working on. And I will link everything that I can that I'm talking about. So let's start with knitting. I have been working on my nordheimsund-jakke. So last time we talked, I had just finished the main part of the cardigan. This is a knitted cardigan knitted in Vikingarn Snorre. So this is the main part of the cardigan. This is the front. This is the pattern that we'll be showing at the front side. Last time I had just started my first sleeve. My first arm, and I can happily tell you this is now done. It's a bit fun to make this because usually you will start at the arm and slowly increase all the way up. This one, on the other hand, you do the opposite. You start with more stitches than you finish with. So that was a new for me. This is just me keeping count of my decreases. So the arm is supposed to be around here. It's quite chunky and very nice and thick. It's going to be so warm. So yeah, I have finished one arm, and I started this arm yesterday and I'm already just about halfway. I did count and I have 22 of these repeats and I'm up to 10 now. So I am very hopeful right now to be able to finish this before Christmas. This is my current priority. Now that the Christmas gifts are done, I can really prioritize this one for myself. I am really hoping to be able to wear this for Christmas and New Year's, for just going out in the car and driving over to friends and family. So I have about half an arm left, and then I have I always struggle to remember the name of this, but these parts where you have the buttons, so the button down part. I am getting a bit nervous about yarn usage though, because initially I thought I had a lot of yarn. It calls for 1 kilo of yarn, which I don't think I've had a project before that called for that much yarn. But I just ran out of yarn for this one. And I only have 2 skeins left. Now these are 100 grams each, so I have 200 grams left. But I'm gonna use pretty much most of this for the arm, and then I'm supposed to do the front parts with maybe just one. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. I hope it will be enough. I have a little bit of leftover from the other sleeve, but there won't be a lot left, so I am getting a bit worried if it will actually be enough. We'll see, but I'm hoping to finish the arm this week and then doing the border here, picking up the stitches. I'm also hopefully going to be good and weave in the ends before I attach the arms, so I'll make that a bit easier on myself. That's my biggest progress since last time. This knitting podcast is gonna be a bit short because, you know, having done the Christmas gifts and everything. So that's my nordheimsund-jakke update. So for my second knitting update, I have the twist socks for my husband. They are currently looking like this. I don't think I have worked on these since last time, but here they are. Hopefully my camera will focus. Here they are, and these I am hoping to finish by the end of the year. As soon as I finish my cardigan there, I'm going to focus on these. They are part of my stash down challenge, using up the yarn behind me. And I would really like to get this done and get this yarn out of the way and make them available to use for my husband. So that would be great. I'm hoping to finish all the things that I'm showing you today before the new year, but we'll see how that goes, depending on how much time I have to actually do things. But yeah, these are coming along. I don't think I have worked on them since last time, but as I told you, I have prioritized finishing the Christmas gifts and then going in heavy on the cardigan right now. And then I have started one thing since we last talked. That is a new pair of socks. They are currently just looking like these. I have to work a bit on the lighting here, but these are actually quite pink. It's a crazy sock lady pattern, as is my usual sock pattern. And yeah, I'm using Filcolana Arvetta, which is one of my favorite yarns. I just love how they work up. They have gorgeous colors. So yeah, that is the Arvetta yarn socks, and I'm making these for myself. If you have been watching this long, I'll tell you that I am having big plans for 2026 regarding my yarn stash and doing a big stash down. I hope to, in between Christmas and maybe the first week of January, have a video for you where I go through and count all of my yarn, not just what you see behind me here, which is my main stash, but I do have a big bag of leftovers, typically sock leftovers, and they're perfectly usable. I just need to decide how I'm going to use them, and I have some ideas for that. And yeah, so that is my 3 current WIPs. This is my least priority for the moment. It's just a pair of socks. Not sure if these are gonna be finished until we talk next time, but we'll see what happens. And then we have my one crochet project going at the moment. It's been a while since I just had one, so I have it here in my bag. I am not sure how much I have done since last time. I think I counted 12 or 14 when we talked last. This is my granny square blanket made in Drops Lima that a friend gifted me. So this is my current one that I'm working on. I'm working on a 5mm, and I can't remember how many I've made since last time. I don't think it's a lot because, again, focusing on my Christmas gifts, but I'll do a little count here for you. So I think that the ones I had made last time has made it to my sort of crafting room buckets down here. So unless I'm wrong, I have made 2.5. So 1 orange one, I think I have made more. 1 orange one here, 1 kind of petroleum blue or something, and then the one that I'm currently working on. In my mind, I would love to get this whole blanket done before the new year. I'm not sure how realistic that is. I have the cardigan to finish, I have some socks to finish, and I also need to decide on pattern or, you know, the layout here. I will most likely need to get more yarn and then decide on how to join and everything, and, you know, also weaving in the ends. So a big blanket is a big project, so I'm not going to push myself, but it would be nice to have gotten a bit further along before New Year's. Maybe at least work up the yarn I do have currently and then weaving in the ends. That would be nice. And maybe also getting the yarn. So we'll see. So yeah, this is my little project. This has been great working on in the car when I have people over. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good looking. And I'm planning on doing black outlines, a couple more rows of black, and then of course attaching them all together. So that's the plan for now. And yeah, this is my first big blanket. I almost can't believe that I've been knitting and crocheting for so many years and haven't made a big blanket. I am excited about it. I think it will look good when it's done. It's a bit of a shorter video this time, but that might be good as we're going into Christmas time and I know everyone is busy. I did think about making some Christmas content, but I decided on rather going into New Year and sort of working my way through that. I have a few videos planned. They're more New Year related and end of year related than Christmas, so you can probably expect that from me. I'm hoping to be able to do that. And yeah, so that's it for today's video. I'm hoping to doing a little bit of a big bit of a stash down next year. So I hope you'll stick around. Please subscribe if you want to see that. I wish you a good day and let's make the end of the year as good as we can and then get ready for a fresh new start. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.